Yeah, you got a tattoo of a microphone
in front of this microphone, which
Can
is
you
awesome.
show it to the camera? Yeah.
There we go.
So you love comedy so much that you even got it tattooed on your chest. Like a little,
Yes, it's proof.
thing.
It's proof that I'm not mentally stable.
which is actually what I want to talk about. How do you think all comedians are crazy?
Yeah, the
That's-
good ones are.
That's
I'm of the opinion, and it's considered a little gauche lately, that all art comes from some kind of broken person. Because if you are a healed, functional human being, you're going to do normal things.
What's normal?
Like not starving yourself to tell a joke on a Tuesday night for 3 people at a bar where the Wi-Fi is why people are there in the first place. So like that's what it takes to, like, as part of the journey of stand-up. Those are the kind of nights you do for years and years and years on end, not knowing what's happening. This is not like an industry with any kind of structure, really. There's no HR, there's no ladder, there's no if I do this, that means that. People just find out in real time how to be successful on their own terms, and other people try to copy it and they don't understand why. And we see this like during the Seinfeld era, for example. It was called the book, TV, and movie deal. That was the thing you had to do as a comedian.
I think the business of show is something that you see and you repeat. Like it comes from mimicking, regardless. And most of even the greats are that we follow and that comedians like George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Flip Wilson. These are comedians that no longer are amongst us. They're from the 60s and 70s. And they were inspiration to Jerry Seinfeld and Chris Rock.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Louis C.K. and all the greats that are right now are like huge, or Kevin Hart. And it's so interesting that obviously the inspiration for those comedians, for the A-listers today, came from the TV, came from those comedy clubs, from what they saw. And as you said, like the business of show back then was that you had to do a lot of, you wrote a set and you went to different comedy clubs, you did it. Finally, if you were lucky enough, you would get on at Tonight Show, Johnny Carson show.
Right.
And then if you hit the show, that was a huge step. If Johnny asked you to go, like after you did your spot, to go and sit on the couch for a few seconds, then you had made it. The TV, like network would probably offer you a deal for a TV show and whatnot. And comedians were able to write a joke, and as you said, that became the process, and feed their family with it, because not everybody had heard it. For comedians, as such, it's open doors and becoming. I don't think there's been ever a golden time for a comedian, and as much as it is right now, like they treat it like rock stars. They sell out venues, arenas. They get Netflix specials, podcasts when there's nothing else is going on.
Comedy, I look at the way it evolved, much the way that the video game industry evolved in the early 90s. Because, like, let me put it this way. Stand-up comedy used to be a single genre when it first came out. Stand-up, this is what stand-up is in the 70s. Like, it's a guy talking about how much he hates his wife. That's stand-up. Video games, when they first came out, it's like, what's a game? It's just something children do. It's Pong, it's Atari, it's Mario. Until Mortal Kombat hit.
Woo!
Right? And then they're like, oh, we can't. Video games aren't just one thing.
Fuck yeah.
We now need the electronic rating board. That's how it came out, the standards for mature adult content. It came because of Mortal Kombat. Then they realized, oh, games aren't one monolith. It's actually like, can be a collection of genres. It can be storytelling. It can be dark. It can be silly, funny.
That's how we do it over here on Politically Challenged Podcast. Yeah.